The Fed. There's lots about the Fed going on. They're meeting later this month, and they'll probably cut rates, which will discombobulate something of the storyline. They've largely stopped. The White House has largely stopped talking about the construction overspending and more talking about filling the current vacant seat and about the mortgages of Ms. Cook, the Fed, not Biden appoint nominee, whose term runs for many more years, but who the president has fired. The court hearing last week was inconclusive. They've asked for more briefings from both sides this week. Here is Mr. Pulte, the head of the Housing Authority, who has been the leading public voice saying that Cook must go, this morning on Fox Business.
Why a second criminal referral?
Well, as you know, mortgage fraud is a huge priority of ours. It's been a huge priority, contrary to what Democrats and everybody wants to say, since March. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. If you commit mortgage fraud in this country, we're going to come after you. And in the case of Ms. Cook, it appears that she has committed blatant mortgage fraud. And we can't be having somebody like that in the Federal Reserve. So it will be up to the DOJ what they end up doing here. But things do not look very good for Ms. Cook.
Yeah, no doubt she was singled out for political purposes and policy purposes. No doubt mortgage fraud of this type that seems to have possibly occurred is not frequently prosecuted. But wouldn't it be better for her to brief the public on her mortgage situation?
Yes, I think where the White House may have erred is they did not give her, it's my understanding, they did not give her a chance to explain her side of the story. And from a legal sense, keep an eye out for that.
Sean, my read of the body language of this administration is just as they think they have John Bolton, they think they have her.
They do.
Yeah. Explain.
Well, so look, anyone who's ever bought a property or second property. So I have investment properties that I've purchased. When you buy an investment property, if you are not intending to make that your principal place of residence, you pay a higher interest rate, and in most cases, you pay a greater down payment. And so when you lie on a form, and there are ways around it, you can literally, I mean, you could move into a property, live there for, I think it's 120 days, and then you can move out. There are ways to actually get around it if you wanted to, but she blatantly lied by claiming a property, a principal residence, which was always intended to be an investment property, a rental property. That is mortgage fraud. And she did it 3 times. Now, we have her signature. You can't claim that if you've ever been through the signing process of a HUD-1. I mean, this is not like, the fine print in the back. They literally say, okay, this is you saying this. When you go through applying for the rate, they ask you 1,000,000 times, are you going to be living there? So she knew what she was doing. She signed in the affirmative 3 times. The documents are out there. When Abby Lowell, her attorney, made the case in front of the judge the other day, they literally, when asked, couldn't create a defense as to what it was. So this is her. She doesn't have a defense. That's the problem. I will say this, by the way, just a real quick note, that Fed meeting is on September 23rd, which I know everyone's like, oh, that's your birthday, but it's more than that. It's going to be that UN meeting and the date of Kamala's book. So this is going to be a huge September 23rd coming our way.
Yeah, she'll probably be on this show that day, would be my guess. Sean, will she be on the Fed by Thanksgiving? Yes or no?
No.
Dan?
Yes, but not by the end of the year.
Ooh, okay.
Wait. You're saying that she's not going to be on the Fed, but it'll take longer?
I think it's my understanding from someone who's pretty knowledgeable of this stuff that they made a mistake. When you're going to fire someone for cause, they have to be allowed to make their case. And then you just basically fire them, right? They did not do anything, and just watch.
Well, but you're saying judges are going to say that. But
I think there's going to be, I think they'll clean this up. They did not go through the counsel's office, and they screwed that up.
The White House counsel's office or the Fed counsel's office?
I'm not going to comment on
FHA, probably.